see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback adapted. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Simmons. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The play fake on first down. He's going for it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Running into the open space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved. And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game.
Going downfield for the big play. Makes the catch on the right side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks last week. They've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Durham. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a game, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Here comes the heat. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Off play action. Going deep. And it's knocked away. Downfield, the DB getting a hand in there.
This offense is being aggressive, and they keep going back to the same guy. We're early in the game in the first quarter. This guy's already scored a touchdown, so if I'm a quarterback, keep trying to get him the football. He's winning his matchups one-on-one. Nice job by the defense on that play, but don't lose focus if you're the QB here. Keep trying to find your big-time playmaker.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They hope to be able to
think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Tell you what, that's a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
A big third down coming in. Hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. And in an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for...
Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Great job by the back on the option. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Still looking on the move. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over, This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
Fires to the big fella. Across the 45. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Off the play fake. Now adjusting. Finding open areas. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the 1st down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Wallace. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. The short hands, it's Anderson. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Catch in the middle. It's Berry. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Rides the back on the option to give. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short game.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the ground. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and
Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And as he throws, a strike downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
That's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years, and with this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver use. This guy is really good.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Again, at this point in the game, I feel like
And the ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover. Nice hustle by this defense.
the defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushes, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Finds his man. It's Durham. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
A short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that run.
Turning on the Jets. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Lee. He's loose on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Ole Miss! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Coming out with it, it's Watkins. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Berry. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Berry. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
He's got it. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Berry. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I mean, how about it, guys, right? I mean, we're up here in the booth. We can't believe they decided to go for it on 4th down with the lead. We thought maybe, okay, they're just going to come up and try and draw him off sides and get a cheap point, get a cheap first down. But no, this coaching staff, they decide to go out and not just go for it, throw for the first down, and they get it. I guess that explains why they're down there on the sidelines and we're up here in the booth.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Anderson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offense defensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Caught over the middle. It's Durham.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
A big third down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
For the score. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Yeah, salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And it's blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Simmons. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it on the outside. Gashing the D on the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Lining up for the PAT. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Makes the grab, it's Wallace.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Taylor. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times. You've turned the football over. Like, continue to play. Find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
The sure hands, it's Wallace. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Trying to get behind the defense. They pick it off, and giving this defense a much-needed play. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Taylor. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The Magnolia Bowl goes to LSU as the Tigers take care of Ole Miss. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.